Hi people and hello my Chili Con Carnage crew, it's Chili here for a 5-minute review on Upsetter's newest album, Doomgaze. Gee, it sure is kind of a band to label their own genre of music. Really takes the guesswork out of my job. It's kind of like how Static X called themselves Evil Disco, but this Aussie duo from Brisbane bring their debut album to the world with the massively down-tuned and distorted chords that sees them cross doom metal and shoegaze in spectacular fashion. Now I must admit that I don't go too far into the shoegaze or doom scene, but my biggest impressions in the fields are Deftones, and Upsetter seem to have traces of them in their sound, albeit a little bit more heavier and dirtier in tone. In fact, I posted them to a Deftones group, and to quote one person, 10 seconds in and I can tell that I'm already gonna like them. And I must admit that this is about how long it took for me to get into this record too. I will have to send this to the Green Man as well, as I know he loves this type of music and I would be interested to hear his thoughts on them. Their first track is an instrumental intro that leads into the next song, Deserve, which has a huge sprawling riff opener that just absolutely piqued my interest for this band. One of the main things that hooked me into their sound was their style as mentioned. It's like a Doomgaze guitar tone mixed with a dirty overdrive that feels rather unique to the field, and this coupled with the vocal styles which can go from airy and softly delivered one moment to harsh in the next, which is a great contrast for their sound and adds some quite dynamic distinctions in their tunes to help keep the listeners on their toes. This can be heard on songs like Martyr, but is put on full display on the track Tell Your Friends You Love Them, which features Dylan Davidson as well, and is easily one of their standouts on this record. The song Blossom has a sparse feel to it as the guitar plays out lonely notes amid a thunderous rhythm section that perfectly accompanies the song before pulling out some big riffs that feel as prominent as the balls on the big Merino. Again, this tune is yet another solid effort by the band and flows perfectly along to Hate Me with a big sound that gives way to an interestingly quiet chorus. The album itself feels like an odyssey that will quickly engross the listener as you can easily immerse yourself to these wonderful tunes. What is surprising is that the album is a short affair that is only 20 minutes in length, including the intros and outros. This is a strange feat, as the record feels longer, but not in a bad way. Actually, it made me feel like I lost the sense of time while I was playing through this. My only gripe with this effort is the last song, Emotional Hygiene, which is quite the contrast to the rest of the album with its quirky guitar riff and feels like one of the first songs that was written by the band that made its way onto this record. It creates a somewhat disjointed song amidst some truly epic tunes on here. Overall, I will be giving this album a score of 8.5 million chilies on the spicy scale, with my favourite songs being Deserve, Martyr, Tell Your Friends You Love Them, and Blossom. If you find yourself curious about the band, then I would highly recommend them. They seem to cross over Deftones and early Smashing Pumpkins with bands like Sun, and it's easily one of the most unique and possibly best albums I've heard this year, only brought down by one song. Thank you for checking out this episode of 5-Minute Reviews. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to us, we're a small channel after all, and as always people, you have a great day and stay spicy.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Live Listen Erased, and if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you share it with all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our Chili Con Carnage crew so you can get notified for all the future videos that we put out, as we put out videos every Friday. Also, we are on Discord, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter over at Live Listen Erased, so make sure to tune in over there. And don't forget to like this video so that our manager can stay very happy.